Before we begin, hear this. If animals are drawn to you, stare into your soul, or appear in moments of silence, this message is for you. You didn't find this video by accident. The animals didn't approach you by accident. This is a divine signal, a sacred confirmation. So pause, comment, "I carry the light they see," and subscribe to the chosen signal. Because what you're about to hear is more than a list. It's a transmission from the natural world, from the invisible realm, to remind you, you are not alone. There are creatures that feel what humans ignore. They don't care about titles, words, or appearances. They move toward energy, truth, vibration. And when they find a chosen one, they know, they see, and they draw near, not by instinct, but by divine recognition. If a butterfly has ever hovered near you, landed softly on your body, or appeared repeatedly, listen, that is not coincidence. The butterfly is heaven's whisper that you are in transformation. You've been through isolation, silence, and pain. You've questioned your purpose, but the butterfly is not drawn to noise. It's drawn to souls that are evolving. You, chosen one, have been in the dark, like a caterpillar hidden in a cocoon of spiritual refining. And now, the butterfly appears as a sign. The light is returning. You are not who you used to be. You are emerging, lighter, brighter, free, and the butterfly comes to confirm your wings are ready. What was once a crushing season is now your chrysalis. And what once broke you built your beauty. Some say dogs are just loyal companions, but when you're chosen, they become guardians. Have you noticed dogs staring at you with intense stillness? Sleeping near your door, barking when strangers approach with off energy? That's not just behavior, that's spiritual radar. Dogs sense energy in ways we can't explain. They feel the pulse of your soul. They know when your spirit is under attack, even if the threat is invisible. And when they rest beside you in moments of grief, it's not comfort, it's spiritual shielding. They don't protect what is common, they protect what is anointed. If dogs seem unusually drawn to you, recognize it. You are being watched over by creation itself. Birds are not just part of nature. For the chosen, they are living messages. How many times have you prayed, and suddenly a bird sings outside your window? How many moments of sadness were interrupted by a feathered companion hovering above you, sitting nearby, or even following you down a path? Birds are sent to lift your spirit when your spirit forgets it can fly. They are heaven's reminder, you are seen, you are not abandoned. Keep going. They cross the veil between the physical and the spiritual. They carry vibration from the unseen. When a bird appears at your window, on your path, or sings when you are breaking inside, don't dismiss it. That is not sound, that is prophecy. Some animals live in one realm, cats live in two. If you are chosen, you may have noticed something strange. Cats staring at you, following you, showing up out of nowhere. Their gaze lingers. Their movements are silent, intentional, almost supernatural. That's because cats don't respond to what you say. They respond to what you carry. Cats are spiritual sentinels. They guard thresholds. They cleanse rooms without moving a single object. And when they curl up next to you during a storm, not outside, but inside your soul, they are absorbing what doesn't belong. They see what others don't. They protect where others can't. And when a cat chooses you, especially in times of spiritual unrest, know this: your light has attracted a gatekeeper. They don't just like you, they recognize you. The horse doesn't come to speak, it comes to reflect. If you've ever stood near a horse and felt tears rise for no reason, if you've felt your breath align with theirs, or sensed a stillness that went deeper than words, you've touched something sacred. Horses carry the essence of motion, spirit, and ancient knowing. They don't approach noise, they approach souls that are still but strong. Chosen ones are often drawn to horses even from afar. You may not have touched one, but just seeing them stirs something primal and divine inside you, because horses mirror your condition. If you are aligned, they trust. If you are off, they pause. If you are pretending, they retreat. But when they sense your truth, they come near. And that nearness is not just comfort. It is confirmation. Your soul remembers who you are. If butterflies whisper, dragonflies deliver. They are not just insects, they are messengers from transition. If a dragonfly has hovered near you, circled you, landed gently as if to mark you, pay attention. They don't fly in chaos, they fly in purpose. Dragonflies are drawn to chosen ones when their identity is being reassembled, when the old version of you is fading, but the new has not fully emerged. They are signals from the spirit realm that your metamorphosis is under divine supervision. You may see them more during solitude, during decision, during endings, but their appearance is never random. They come to confirm you are crossing the threshold. Don't fear the shedding. Your wings are forming. There's a reason you freeze when a deer appears, because something in you knows this is not a regular encounter. The deer does not rush, it does not announce itself, it simply steps forward and changes the entire atmosphere. For the chosen, the appearance of a deer in waking life, in dreams, in visions, is a mark of divine gentleness. It confirms that heaven sees your pain and honors your softness, that your quiet strength, your unshaken heart, your humble path has not gone unnoticed. The deer comes when heaven is close, and when it looks at you, it is as if God is saying, I see how far you've walked without recognition, but your steps were sacred, and I am with you. So if you've seen one lately, understand, this was a visit from the higher realm, sent only to the few who carry the quiet fire. Not every messenger comes in gentle form. Some come to wake you up. If a crow has crossed your path, perched and stared, cawed persistently in your direction, or followed you along a road, it is no coincidence. Crows are not omens of death, as many fear. For the chosen, they are carriers of ancient insight. They come when decisions must be made, when truth must be faced, when illusions must fall. A crow's cry pierces the air because it's meant to pierce your complacency. They are not there to scare you. They are there to align you. They appear in moments of spiritual crossroads to say, see clearly, choose wisely, the time is now. When you see one, don't just look, listen. The crow is a dark wing that carries the light of revelation. Few creatures carry the mystery of the owl. Its silence is deliberate, its presence spiritually surgical. Owls appear to the chosen when deep discernment is needed. When deception surrounds you, when someone or something is not as it appears. If an owl has crossed your path, whether in real life or dreams, you are being called into higher perception. They don't fly in daylight because their wisdom operates in shadow. Chosen ones often feel deeply drawn to owls, not because they are beautiful, but because they are familiar. Owls reflect the gift of sight without sight, of knowing without proof. They remind you, you are not crazy, you are connected. When the world lies to your face, your spirit still knows the truth, and the owl, it shows up to confirm it. The bee may be small, but for the chosen, it is a symbol of sacred structure. It doesn't wander, it builds, it carries purpose in every movement. And when bees surround you, follow you, or land gently near you without aggression, it's not chance. They are drawn to souls that are aligned with mission. They feel the order in your chaos, the calling in your silence. The chosen are builders of light, are pollinators of peace, and bees appear to reflect that same anointing, diligent, precise, royal. Have you noticed bees near you during moments of contemplation or transition? That's not biology, that's synchrony, a sign that your hands carry holy work, and heaven is acknowledging it. And then there is the lion. You may not encounter it physically, but you will feel it in dreams. in visions, in art that keeps calling your attention. The lion represents the awakening of holy courage. It doesn't follow, it leads. It doesn't apologize, it embodies. For the chosen, the lion appears when you've been quiet too long, when your voice must rise, when your authority must return. If you've felt the presence of a lion near you, not just admiration but identification, it's because your spirit is roaring. You were not meant to shrink, you were not meant to hide forever, and the lion comes to say, take your place. The crown has always been yours. Chosen one, if animals are consistently drawn to you, not out of fear, not out of hunger, but out of stillness, it's time to realize heaven is speaking, not in thunder, not in visions, but through the most ancient language, energy. Animals don't care about your words, they don't care about your reputation, they care about your resonance. And when they stop in your presence, when they watch you quietly, when they come close during your broken moments, they are doing what others fail to do. They're seeing you, not the surface, not the mask, but the vibration beneath. And in that moment, nature itself aligns with your spirit. You are being acknowledged, spiritually saluted, marked. You've been followed by cats, protected by dogs, awakened by birds, and none of it was accidental. Because when you are chosen, your frequency calls for guardians. Even creation responds to what is sacred. They come not to entertain you, but to surround you, to support you in realms you cannot see. The horse grounds you, the owl warns you, the dragonfly prepares you, the deer reminds you. Each one is sent at a specific time with a specific message to a specific soul, and that soul is you. You are not just alive, you are being escorted by divine presence, hidden in living form. You've probably noticed others don't experience what you do. They brush off the presence of animals. They miss the signs. They never look twice. But you pause. You feel something. You hear something, not in your ears, but in your spirit. That's because you are marked, and only the marked ones are allowed to see the signs, to receive the visitations, to carry the assignments. You were given a different awareness, a different radar. That's why the world overwhelms you. That's why crowds drain you. Because your perception is not human, it's prophetic. And the animals respond to that, because they speak the language of truth. But not every appearance is comfort. Sometimes their presence is a warning, a mirror. If a dog growls at someone with a smile, if a cat avoids a visitor with charm, if a bird screams in a moment of confusion, they are not misbehaving, they are defending your energy, defending your space. Because chosen ones are not just light, they are targets. And animals sense spiritual warfare before we do. Their eyes see spirits, their bodies detect frequencies. So don't silence them. Don't overlook the behavior that seems odd. Instead, ask yourself, what are they seeing that I'm not? You may have tried to explain these encounters before, to friends, to family, to your logical mind. They laughed. They said it was just instinct, just luck, just coincidence. But deep down, you knew better, because every time it happened, the gaze of a wild deer, the still presence of a cat, the relentless visit of a bird, your soul responded. You felt something ancient, something holy. Chosen one, here is your confirmation. You weren't imagining it. Your spirit has always known what your mind has struggled to accept. You are seen. You are recognized. You are protected by the living codes of nature itself. And when your spirit begins to listen louder than your doubt, you finally understand what the animals always knew. Every visitation, every moment with these creatures is not random. It is training. The butterfly taught you how to trust the process. The dog taught you how to sense without sight. The owl taught you to see in the dark. The horse taught you to run with purpose. The cat taught you to hold space in silence. The deer taught you to lead with gentleness. Each one is a lesson in movement, in presence, in spirit. They don't use words, because what they're teaching is deeper than language. You are being prepared for something bigger than people can explain. And they were sent to help your soul remember before your purpose fully awakens. The wind doesn't hesitate, the rain doesn't explain, the river doesn't ask permission, and neither do the animals, because nature already knows who you are. Before you doubted, before you cried, before you even awakened, the earth had already whispered your name. You were chosen, and creation responded. That's why the birds sang louder when you were in pain. That's why the dog stood guard when your energy was low. That's why the butterfly hovered on the day you were ready to give up. They are not just animals. They are confirmation, the kind that doesn't need approval, the kind that doesn't leave when you're broken, the kind that says, you belong. To the light, you are not just someone animals respond to, you are one of them, not biologically, spiritually. Your heart beats with the rhythm of the forest. Your silence echoes like the wings of a hawk. Your eyes carry ancient memory, like the wolf, the lion, the stag. You are not just a receiver of signs. You are a living sign, a sign to others, a signal in motion, a sacred vibration in human form. And when they come near you, these animals aren't just comforting, they're confirming. Because they see the same spark in you that heaven placed in them. The mark, the frequency, the assignment. Chosen one, every moment you sat in silence, feeling unseen, misunderstood, isolated, you were never alone. The world didn't see you, but the trees did. The people walked past, but the birds stayed. They didn't hear your spirit crying, but the animals did. They felt it. They responded. Because heaven assigned them to you. When you thought no one cared, they approached in stillness. When you felt abandoned, they guarded your sleep. When the weight was unbearable, they stood by, not to fix it, but to say, we see your light, and we honor the fire you carry. This was not affection, it was divine recognition. How many times did you say, if I just had a sign? You looked for words in people, answers in books, signals in the sky. But the signs came with feathers, with fur, with eyes that saw deeper than your smile. The signs walked, flew, rested by your feet. This message is your confirmation. You've been surrounded by signs all along, because the chosen are never left without instruction. They're just trained to listen differently. So today, I tell you what your spirit already knows. You are chosen, and the earth itself is guiding you forward. This is not just a video, this is a summons, a moment of awakening for your deepest knowing, a call to stop questioning what your soul already recognizes. You were not made to blend in. You were not created to doubt your light. You were marked, you were hidden, you were protected, and now you are being activated. The signs are not going to stop, they're going to increase, because heaven is aligning with your movement. And every time you step deeper into your truth, the animals will draw nearer, the message will become clearer. From now on, walk differently, walk with eyes open to the quiet ones, the winged ones, the watchers, the guardians. Walk with the knowing that heaven speaks through nature, that when a creature stares into your soul, something divine is being mirrored back. Don't dismiss it, don't rush past it, pause, acknowledge, receive. You are not crazy, you are connected, and this connection is part of your calling. So listen when the birds sing, pay attention when the dog won't stop watching, breathe when the butterfly appears. These are not visitors, they are affirmations. If this message spoke to your soul, comment right now. The earth recognizes my light. Let that declaration echo through the spirit realm. Subscribe to the Chosen Signal for more divine confirmations and spiritual awakenings. Share this message with another soul who has been touched by nature in mysterious ways. Because this isn't just a reminder, it's a commissioning. You are one of the chosen, and the creatures of this world know it. They are not confused. They are welcoming you home.